morning. So in this video, we'll discuss the top 9 tips for first-time home buyers. Are you looking to buy a home? Well, to help assist first-time home buyers, I asked experienced home buyers and insurance experts for their best tips. From searching for first-time buyer programs to having extra money set aside for hidden homeowner costs, there are several recommendations that may help you with your first home. Search for first-time buyer programs. Michael Sinay, he said that a first-time home purchase is often treated by local and federal governments differently from other transactions. There are different programs that are often available, offering anything from a minor tax rebate to preferential mortgage terms. Checking whether you qualify can take minutes and usually save you several % of the total cost, which can easily reach tens of thousands of dollars. Now, that's pretty good for 30 minutes of researching and a few hours of applying for your future home. What do you think about that? So then you want to avoid unnecessary upgrades. Now, this is my advice. When buying a home, some upgrades are worth getting initially if they last for at least 20 plus years. These upgrades are tile flooring, higher ceilings, adult height sinks, or kitchen cabinetry. These upgrades are items that most people obtain home equity lines of credit for after owning their home for a while. I do say that it would be best to avoid upgrading your appliances, light fixtures, door handles, or even adding blinds throughout the house. These items typically will not last 30 years, which is the typical time for a mortgage. And you'll end up putting that into your mortgage. These items can be upgraded later with a bit of know-how and cost you less over time. Next, you don't want to get too attached to specific homes. From Matthew Ramirez, a paraphrasing tool. He says that if you want to find a good deal, don't fall in love with any specific home. Remain open to the possibilities and be willing to compromise on certain features. Remember, the home you eventually purchase doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to have the potential to be perfect for you. Make an offer only when you're sure. Natalia from Photo Aid. She says it may happen that you've been looking for a house for a long time and you're not convinced by any of them. Realize that this decision will have repercussions for your whole life. And it's worth waiting a little longer before rushing emotionally and making an offer on a house that you don't like. Because again, she said you'll be there. Do your due diligence. From Matt Woods at sold.com. So Matt says that every first-time home buyer needs a bit of buyer education to complete the purchase of a property from start to finish, and to have it go off without a hitch requires your buyer doing their due diligence. This means doing your research and knowing the ins and outs of all the processes of home buying that will make things easier for everyone involved. He says that you should ask the right questions of your broker or agent, your lender, and anyone else involved to help it go more smoothly and avoid any roadblocks that could upend the entire transaction. Just do your research. Make a competitive offer. From Ryan Young at Luck Go. Ryan says that you have no idea how much you should offer as a first-time home buyer. You're ready to make an offer because you've already been pre-approved for a loan. So Ryan says, ask your real estate agent to assist you in ensuring that your offer stands out from the competition. It'll be best if you researched and checked out the market value before you start your search. It's important not to make a too generous offer in order to beat out the competitors, but try to figure out a range from the seller, which will help you bid a good amount on your future forever home. Get a loan pre-approval and stay within your budget. From Amira Irfan, a self guru. She says that one piece of advice that she would give to first-time home buyers is to always have a loan pre-approval in hand before you start your home search. This will help you narrow down your search to homes that are within your budget and avoid any heartache that may come down the road. Make sure you have a good credit score. From Peter Lucas, relocate to Andorra. Peter says that having a solid credit history can help when applying for a mortgage or a home loan. If you're using credit cards often, you're unable to keep up with your monthly bills. So it's time to make some changes before looking at houses. This can show lenders that you've successfully managed your money. You should also aim to have at least 5 years worth of credit history with no late payments or other negative marks against you on your credit report, because it can hurt your chances of getting approved for that mortgage for your forever home. Next, you want to have extra money set aside for hidden homeowner costs from Karen Condor of ExpertInsuranceReviews.com. As an insurance expert, she says that savings as well as comparison shopping mortgage rates and negotiating closing costs helped her weather hidden costs of home ownership that surprised her during the first year of having real estate property. For example, that mortgage cost. Thanks for joining me with these tips, and if you need additional assistance, reach out to me below.